Hey, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, depending upon where you are in the world. I wanted to share with you this little project. It's an interim project. I've got a number of these that I like having going on all the time. I look at these as kind of like these small pops in between the big pops. So this is a small pop. I showed this to you yesterday. It was pretty full on with junk. Now we've distinguished a couple of things. So this foundation, you could see that just ain't right. This area here, it's called a band seal. It goes all the way around the house, and it acts as a barrier and structural integrity on top of brick. And in between this board and that board is another board. It's called a sill plate, which attaches to the brick. You can see how this is kind of coming out here. So this has got to be redone. All this plumbing is garbage. These piers are probably okay, although you can see there's a great deal of water damage as a result of a flue, which you can see right up there we patched. And all the electrical we've torn out. This home actually had no insulation whatsoever, as I shared in another video. And what we're going to be doing here is we're going to loft this area and make this into either a master suite or a big kid's bedroom. The ceilings are from the roof line, from the crest down, is about 8 feet. These are old school timbers, so this is solid stuff. What we're going to do here in this area is this is going to be all pulled down, and then we're going to be putting in what's known as an LVL. An LVL is effectively a load-bearing beam that will be an engineered beam that will start from here and go all the way over to there, opening up this whole area. So there'll be a new kitchen here. This will be like a seating area. The area that I'm standing at right now will be the living room area. And then we're going to be putting in a small set of stairs, one in a landing, and then stairs going up into the attic if we can get the angle correct, which I believe we will be able to do that. This is a bathroom, what's left of it. Complete garbage. House was absolutely termite infested. You can see, right? You can see this is all termites. Look at that, all termites. This whole thing is just filled with termites, which is pretty indicative of the kind of people that were living here, quite honestly. This house has a number of holes, bullet holes in it, and bullet holes in windows, if there are any windows left. So this is a good size bedroom from a dimension. This is about maybe 13 by 12. So it's a nice sized bedroom. There'll be the closet right there. We'll leave that there. You can see more termite damage all the way down. Look at this. Look at that. That's all termite damage. That's what happens when a termite gets in. Look at that. They use an actual old school piece of wood as a structural member for this house. That is really, really something. Haven't seen that before. We already discussed this bathroom. This will be the master, or a secondary bathroom, or a bedroom, pardon me. Second bedroom number 2. You can see, maybe you can see by the angle that this is completely out of square. The whole thing is just shot. This is not unusual. This doesn't, scare or concern me. As a homeowner, you could say, holy cow, this is going to be $100,000 to renovate. And if you were a homeowner and you didn't know any different, yeah, you probably would have to pay that. I believe we'll be able to get all of this work done, including the siding, the windows, the doors, the kitchen, the cabinetry, all the electrical, HVAC, for probably about 45 to 50. That's going to include opening up this area and turning this area back here into a bathroom. So we're going to frame this out, put a nice bathroom in here attached to the master, and then a utility area back there. So this area here is about 8 by 30. So it's an extra 240 square feet. Unused property, unused real estate. So if you can convert unused real estate to usable property, put it under roof, put heat and air in it, all it requires is either a mini split or a simple duct. You could get the equivalent market value. So if that's 240 square feet, and right now you could see it's complete like the rest of the house. It's complete garbage, but it does have a nice concrete deck. This will have to be redone. At a market value of about $220 a square foot, that's adding an additional $50,000 of value, to the property. So one way to, add more value is come up with unique, creative ways to maximize ROI. I have a house down the block here, and what we did was we took out the hot water tank, the closet, and the utility area, which was next to the master bedroom. We relocated all underneath the house. We picked up 91 square feet of additional value, and we were able to convert that into a nice walk-in closet, which was usable in determining value, which certainly helped, the numbers increase in sale. As a matter of fact, that place, I purchased that. Well, I purchased that one for $14,000, sold it for $300 after about $45,000 of renovation, and keeping it for a couple of years, and cash flowing it. So it worked out well as an investment. I like sharing these things with people interested in properties, development, generating more income. You can see, Stevie Ray Vaughan. You can see that, there's a real opportunity in being able to buy well. If you can buy well, it'll cover up a lot of potential boo-boos along the way. There's going to be boo-boos that get made on this house. Somewhere along the line, there'll be something that happens that I don't account for, I don't adjust for, and you just, have to have that in the fudge factor, right? Anyway, this is the area. Let me give you what's going on here. This is the house next door. Nice house. Brand new. Looks good. There's the other house next to there. All right. So being able to pull off the road here. So being able to find something, being able to find a property that needs some fix up, talk about, adding value and increasing value by bringing some unique, different perspective to something. I guarantee there are, with Richard, with your background in being able to, buy property, understand great deals, there are deals all over your neighborhood that maybe you're just not checking out, or maybe you're just not, buying right now. But just like anybody else, I don't care where you're at in the part of the world, there's going to be a nice home next to one that is not so nice. And those not nice homes are the ones that I tend to go for. And I like to mix those not nice homes with unique sets of circumstances and problems that will separate other potential investors from being interested in them. For example, having legal problems, title problems, heirship problems associated with probate, tax problems. This property was a tax foreclosure, and it had a lot of legal problems and title problems, which took a little bit of time to resolve. But my legal costs were $6,000, and it took some time to resolve, but there's an ROI. There's got to be an ROI. If you're going to spend legal money, there's got to be an ROI as an investor in it. I'm sure Ariana will tell you that. and that's really up to you to determine if it is or not. For me, I believe, a great lawyer is worth tons and tons of gold. And if they understand the value of the value chain and not breaking the chain, at least around here, I haven't bumped in many of them that understand that concept. So I'm educating attorneys on how to be better attorneys in their own business and their own life. So anyway, just wanted to share a couple of minutes, 10 minutes right on the button. So have a great day, and we will talk soon. Okay, bye-bye.